Watching WDHN News at 6.
A potential law moving through the State House planning to grant state workers and educators paid parental leave. It just passed the House and Senate, but now we're waiting on the governor to sign off on it. WDHN's Christian Jones joins us live in the newsroom with the latest. Christian?
Yeah, Jessica, after speaking with a local educator, she believes that this bill will do more than just grant both men and women parental paid time off, but also encourage more people to step into the educating field. Thanks to a historic bill passed on by Alabama lawmakers, state educators will now be able to spend more time with their newest additions to the family without taking a hit to their bank accounts.
I think the truth is the financial aspect is always a huge concern.
On Thursday, Alabama lawmakers passed a bill that would grant female teachers and state workers up to 8 weeks of maternal leave in the event of a birth, stillbirth, or miscarriage of a child. And fathers will also be covered in this bill as they will be given 2 weeks of paid leave. As of right now, public school teachers are forced with a difficult decision to either take an unpaid leave or continuously build up sick days if they want to care for their newborn child, which unsurprisingly puts expecting teachers in a bind for the future.
When I come back in August with a new baby, I know he's going to be sick sometimes, and there's going to be times I need to be home.
Local educator and expecting mother Allie Marshall has been teaching third grade reading for nearly a decade and will be expecting her first child in the coming months. Marshall currently teaches at Rehoboth Primary School, and after moving from Georgia to Alabama, Marshall says that all of her sick days that she earned while in Georgia were not transferred over after making the move, forcing her to build up her sick days from scratch. But now with this new bill, she can put even more time and energy into her newborn son.
This allows you to spend the time we all know that you need with a new baby, physically and emotionally, to take care of those needs.
Marshall says that something like this has been long overdue for the Yellowhammer State. If this new bill is signed into law, Alabama will become just the 36th state to offer paid parental leave to teachers and state employees. In the states of both Georgia and Mississippi, educators and state employees are allowed up to 6 weeks of parental leave. Marshall believes that this latest bill should open the doors for more teachers to come into Alabama.
Being able to feel comfortable knowing that when you have your child, you'll be able to prioritize them and take care of your family, that aligns with a lot of values that teachers have in the first place.
With Marshall expecting her son to make his grand entrance in May, she is not able to take full advantage of this bill, but that is not stopping her from taking advantage of the bill's perks in the future if and when her family decides to welcome its newest member. Now, everything has not been finalized just yet, as this bill will still need Governor Ivey's signature before becoming a law and going into effect starting on July 1st. But there should be no worries, as Governor Ivey is expected to sign the bill. As for now, we're live in the newsroom. Christian Jones, WDHN News for the Wiregrass.